What's up, guys? Oh, almost tripped over the damn thing. I forgot I got stuff on the floor. Anyway, what's up, guys? Yeah, I'm starting to record. I wanted to talk about something. My mind be going buck wild when dumb shit happens to me. So I be making topics out of anything. But real quick, I want to talk about something. Y'all ever felt like in life, when you're trying to make a change, when you're trying to figure out your next steps in life, whenever you're trying to do something good, there's always something that's interrupting you? I got a story time to tell y'all, but I also got just facts and just stuff I just want to talk about with you guys. How y'all doing? How's your day? How y'all doing? Y'all good? There is so much wrong with life that life is so backwards. The bad is more trendy than the good. The bad is more consistent than the good. Whenever you're trying to get your life going, whenever you're trying to get something started, there's always problems going off. I mean, this connects back to my old videos. You have materialism. There's always problems with money. There's always problems with materialism. There's always problems with people. There's always something going on with work or school or anything that's interfering you. I remember a few years ago, when unfortunate things was going on in my life, that we already had something bad that was happening. Like, for example, funeral. Like, whenever I have family members that passed away, on that week before the funeral, something dark would happen personally to try to slow us down and interfere and make us have when I say us, me and my mom and my family, have more anxiety. You know what I'm saying? Personal stuff. Like, I remember, for example, like during the funeral time, I was slacking with school. So school was distracting me, and then I had a family passing. So all of that was messing with me. So my mind, I couldn't focus. And I was just in a mentally dark space. But I don't want to talk about depression. I don't want to talk about that. I want to talk about right now. Because right now, there's something, I feel like in recent months, recent years, there's always a dark energy around everything and anything that you do. And it's slowing us down from being our great potential selves. Life is always tricking us. Life is always backwards. Let me pick this up so I don't trip on it again. Life is always potentially slowing us down. We will get over it. We'll look back and say, damn, because that's what they say. Whenever you're stressed out, you're saying, I'm going through something. You never said, I'm stopped at something. You never say, I'm stuck at something. You always say, I'm going through something right now, because you're going through it. You're going through it, and then eventually you're going to go through it, and you're going to look back and be like, damn, that wasn't that bad. So let me give you a quick story time. 2 months ago, back in April, I had caught a toe injury, a foot injury. And right now it is June. Obviously, it's June. June time is flying. I want to get some videos out on the channel. Today, when I came out the shower, I thought my toe was healing. I looked back at my foot. My toenail, remember I told you, my toenail lifted. It almost fell off today. The whole toenail almost fell off, my big toe. So right now I'm contemplating, Jesus Christ, what's about to happen next? I looked it up to see what would that mean. Is that a bad thing? And I seen pictures of people with their other feet. I don't like feet, but I'm seeing what they're going through, and I'm like, it don't look that bad. It didn't even hurt. I didn't even know that was gonna happen. When I was putting on my sock on that foot, I saw it lift, and I kind of felt air on my toe. So I was like, what the hell? So it could kind of fall off. Like, I could just peel it off like it's hanging. My whole toenails. I'm not gonna have a toenail on my big toe, but that's my first time in life ever getting such a huge injury. I remember as a kid, I got scars on my body. I fell, I got hurt. You know what I'm saying? I hit a body. The shit happens. But that hurt. That hurt when I first got it. But now, that's just slowing me down, for example. So I just wanted to give you an example of life. When I looked it up on Google, it said that a toenail for my big toe, for it to grow back, is going to take around a year and a half, six to 18 months to grow. So I realistically can't do nothing in life, to be honest. I gotta be careful with my foot. I can't go out and play soccer. I can't run. I can't do nothing. I can't even exercise. I just gotta be content as hell for the next year. Like, you see what I'm saying? There's always something out of nowhere. Whenever you get over another problem, something else comes. It could be something materialism. Like, for example, like whenever you trying to pay bills, there's taxes on taxes, there's fees on fees on fees. They put a fee fi fo fum on everything. So you paying fees for fees for fees for fees. That's like $600 worth of fees on top of paying $1,000 for something that you need. You get what I'm saying? So we already lived in a fucked up world materially. with the government. We live in a weird world spiritually because this world is very, very spiritual. We got demons walking around this earth. We got bots walking around this earth. There's always a dark energy force. Whenever you try to better your life, whenever you try to do something good, something slows you down. Like, for example, it's June now. I want to start talking about the Kingdom Hall. I want to start talking about Jehovah. I'm not a Jehovah's Witness, but I want to talk about Jehovah because I need to. I'm a worldly person. I mean, for example, look, I got dreads. You know what I'm saying? But I have been studying and learning a little bit of it, and I want to spread that amongst you guys because you guys deserve to know the truth. I make mistakes, like I cussed earlier. You know what I'm saying? I make mistakes, but I want to talk about the joy and the beauty in it. You know, but in recent weeks, me personally, because I have to build my relationship with God, I've been slacking. And you see how I just cussed? I made mistakes. We all make mistakes, but I've been slacking. And I'm not a person that cuss all the time. It just sometimes slips off whenever I get deep into what I'm saying. I'm not a cusser. I don't like to cuss. Cussing is dirty. You don't need to cuss all the time. But you make mistakes. And I feel like in life, I've just been slacking with Jay in recent months. I call him Jay for short, Jova. But I've been slacking in recent weeks, recent months. Like, ever since I started the YouTube channel, I got this new phone to record with because my old phone was trash. I had to get a new phone in December to start this YouTube. Now there is the slightest things that is interrupting me. Everything is interrupting me. If it ain't materialism or people. I just told you on other videos, other stuff. You gotta pick up to the things that I say on the side. Like, there are certain things that I'll mention in the video. I don't want to speak on it because I don't want to just talk about only that. But there's hints that I'll drop in my other videos. You gotta listen closely. There's a lot of hints that I gave y'all in recent videos. And you just gotta pick up on that. But those are like the stuff that's going on in the world. You know, the Bible is right. Whenever you try to make your life good with God, problems is going to hit. Problems are going to show up. Satan's always watching because he's the God of this world, unfortunately. But yeah, you know, whenever you try to work towards something good, you know, I also talked about how I be feeling like my life is on, just life just don't be feeling real. Like, everything just be feeling like it's low quality for me. I spoke about that too. A lot of chosen people, a lot of real people, like a lot of real people go through crazy stuff. A lot of fake people, nobody's worrying about them. Realistically, nothing's worried about them. They're already in their own bubble. They're already in their own darkness. So you don't need to worry about them. But other people who's trying to make a change for the good, they always get entrapped in something. I hope you get my point. It is about to be July in like a week and a half. Time is flying. There's no more time left. I already talked about how fast was flying. I talked about that a few months ago. It's just life is always cracking down on the worst. The worst is so heavy. There's so much to talk about with this YouTube. But the reason realistically why I want to make this video is that there's always something slowing me down. Not to put my business out there. I know I told you about my foot and y'all like, what the hell? But it's true. I have never gotten hurt like that before, ever. I'm always careful in my life. I'm always on top of my life. I never got hurt like that. But I slipped up, got hurt 2 months ago. I thought it healed. And then all of a sudden today, which is because realistically, there's a lot of important things that's going on this coming weekend. Like, this coming weekend is important. That's also why I want to talk about, you know, Jehovah and Kingdom Hall. Like, I got some important stuff coming up. So I want to talk about that. I want the whole this to be stamped on the channel on time. But that literally slowed me down today. Now I gotta go to the doctor and see what else they talking about and what else. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I got my answer from Google, but I just want to see what else they're gonna say. You know, I'd rather hear it from the medical. Even though I don't like going to the doctors. I don't want to go over there. All types of shit be going on. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Sometimes I have to make these videos personal so you could get what I'm saying and so you could understand as human beings the troubles that we going through. I don't like to talk about my business. You know, you have to keep your life private from social media. Don't tell everybody everything. You know, you have to keep, you got to be alone. Never tell people your plans. Never tell people your plans because a lot of people they will take your shit. They will take your plans. Like, for examples, if you're a upcoming rapper and you're trying to make it big in Hollywood, never send an artist, a singer, your song. They're going to take your ideas and feed on it. These people are succubuses. Come on. So you got to keep you. Keep your ideas to yourself. Build up your thing by yourself quietly. You could probably tell somebody that you trust, somebody that is like your 100%, somebody that is you really can trust. Tell them that, of course. But everybody else, never. Don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't like to tell problems to people because, like I said in my other video, we just talking about it, but we're not helping it. But I had to make this personal. I had to mention my injury because that is something that could really slow me down. Like I said earlier, this weekend is an important weekend coming up. You know what I'm saying? This is literally slowing me down. So, yeah. I gotta make things personal sometimes. Sometimes I gotta just, so you can get my point. Damn, everybody want to turn on the water now? Down here? I just came down here. Nobody, like, what? It was quiet for like 2 hours. I started recording. That's what I'm talking about. But yeah, anyway, if you guys made it to this part of the video, thank y'all for watching. I hope I get my point. I hope I get my point in the video. Basically, life always interrupts you when you're trying to do something good. You know, this world is ran by darkness. This world is very spiritual. So whenever if you feel like you're being watched, if you feel like being hunted down, that's a part of it. We live in a very dark spiritual world. So, you know, you always got to endure. You always got to endure. But yeah, like I said, I love y'all if I made it to this time in the video. Like, share, subscribe to build the channel. CT out.